Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello class, my name is Nafilatun Hasanah. Here I will explain about the material is understanding the three diagram of noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, and prepositional phrase. Well, let's begin. The first is noun phrase. Noun phrase is a group of words that work together to name and describe a person, place, thing, or idea. Noun phrase can consist of an optional determiner, any number of optional a, an obligatory noun, and then an optional preposition phrase or modifying s. The example of noun phrase is the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. This noun phrase is the subject of the sentence. In other words, the sentence is about the quick brown fox, but instead of just saying fox, the rest of the noun phrase work to describe it. And then parts of a noun phrase. Noun phrase has two parts. Is a noun and any modifiers connected to that noun. The first is noun. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. All noun phrase will have car noun with modifiers connected to it. Example is the pirate buried his treasure on an island for retirement. And the second is modifiers at article. There are only three articles in modern English. It is a, an, and the. An article is always connected to a noun, and so when one is used, it is always part of noun phrase. Example is the river is deeper after its rain. In this example, the noun phrase contains a noun is river and an article is the. And the third is modifiers adjective. An adjective is a word that describes noun or pronoun. Example is many people want to live quiet, peaceful life. In this example, a noun phrase has two adjectives. The first is quiet and peaceful. And then modifiers prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase is a group of words that begin with a prepositional and end with an object. And then determiner. A determiner is a word that clarifies a noun. It is used to differentiate between similar nouns. The example is those people are so friendly. The determiner those tell us which people are friendly. And then types of noun phrase. Type of noun phrase. The first is noun phrase as a subject. A subject is noun that the sentence is about. The example is very few giant pandas remain in the wild. The sentence is clearly about the small number of wild pandas, and so very few giant pandas is the subject of the sentence. And the second is noun phrase as a complement. A complement restates or gives more information about a noun. It always follows a state of being verb is, are, am, will be, was, or were. The example is a sailor best friend is a wide open sea. The noun phrase a wide open sea gives us more information about the sailor best friend, the sea. And then noun phrase as a direct object. A direct object is the noun or pronoun that receives the action of a verb. The example is Grandma cooked a meal for 10 people, even though there were only 4 of us. The verb in this sentence is cook, and the object that is being cooked is a meal. And then non-phrase as an indirect object. An indirect object receives the direct object. The example is Trudy gave her hungry, crying baby a bottle. The non-phrase answers the question, who did Trudy give the bottle to? And then the phrase, her hungry, crying baby is the indirect object because it receives the bottle. And the second is verb phrase. A verb phrase is the part of sentence that contains a main verb and all of its helpers or auxiliary verb. In order to be complete, every sentence needs at least one verb. The verb can be an action verb like run, sing, play, or a linking verb like sing, look, or others. And the example is Jacob is playing his video game. The sentence uses 2 verbs. The first is and the second is playing. And the third is adjective phrase. Adjective phrase is a group of words that function as an adjective in a sentence. An adjective head word may be accompanied by modifiers, determiners, and or qualifiers, like all of which are called dependents. And the example is she had extremely menacing eyes. In this sentence, extremely menacing is called adjective phrase and eyes as a noun. Adjective phrase modifiers to noun. And the last is prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase is a part of a sentence that consists of one preposition and the object it affects. The object of a prepositional phrase can be either a noun, gerund, or clause. The example is she caught the bus on time. The word on time is the prepositional phrase. It consists of a preposition on and a noun is a time. And the second material is drawing the tree diagram of noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, and prepositional phrase. The tree diagram is a tool used to divide larger categories into smaller or more detailed level. As the name suggests, a tree diagram is shaped like a tree that has one branch that branches into 2 or more branches. In a tree diagram, a sentence is divided into 2 parts. The first is a subject and the second as a predicate. This is the example of tree diagram from the sentence is the dog ate the bone. Look at my paper. The sentence is broken down into a subject and predicate. The subject consists noun phrase and then verb phrase. And then noun phrase consists determiner and noun. And then verb phrase consists verb and noun phrase. And then noun phrase consists determiner and noun. And then determiner from the sentence is the, and then noun from the sentence is dog. And then verb is at, and determiner is the, and noun is bone. Jadi dalam kalimat the dog at the bone terdiri dari beberapa susunan kalimat. Yang pertama subject yang terdiri dari noun phrase dan verb phrase, dan noun phrase terdiri dari determiner dan noun. Kemudian verb phrase terdiri dari verb and noun phrase, and noun phrase terdiri dari determiner dan noun. Kemudian determiner yaitu the dan dog sebagai noun, kemudian at sebagai verb, dan the sebagai determiner, kemudian yang terakhir yaitu born sebagai noun. Well, I think enough from me, and the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.